meta stuff going on. And typically it ends up working out in Simple's favor. But with Blue and Kresuu, I think, unlike Simple, I think Simple's still searching for his new Staple 2's teammate. I think Blue's really found his stride with Kresuu. So I'm giving them the advantage here going into this game, this best of 5. Especially with how Simple was performing on the Kaya in the set before this. I'm still in Simple hater mode.
See, I'm glad you mentioned Simple specifically, right? Because the viewer fan vote before we got into this matchup was 71% in the favor of Blue and Kresuu.
Okay.
If Simple can like realize, okay, I need to step it up here from the last set to now.
He sees that viewer vote, he's like, man, I better do more than 300 damage this game. Otherwise,
yeah, he's like,
otherwise
oh,
all my fans and their channel points are just going straight into the pockets
that cold water
of the
to the face. That realization, like, okay, I gotta step it up here. I don't think 71% is incredibly fair for Simple and Mounir, because I think Mounir, they played really well, all things considered, but Mounir was dominating the show.
See, that 71% was justified because Simple missed that recovery in that team combo.
Fair,
that's what it was.
But he's the only one now who hasn't lost a stock yet this set.
Ooh. Let's see if that Caster's Curse works in 5, 4. Nope, he's still alive. Mounir gets the gravity cancel side signature. It's because I stopped counting. If I kept going from that 5, that would have actually timed out with the knockout, but it would have been annoying to listen to, so I didn't do it. Saving the ears of the listeners here. At home. Nice falling side air. Mounir is just gone. Kresuu with 2 quick stairs. Takes down 2 quick Mounir stocks. And just like that, doesn't really matter that Simple's holding on to all of his stocks if he doesn't have a teammate in the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, this is a reversal of what we had seen in the previous set, where Simple was the one having a hard time keeping up with the rest of the battles, but now it's Mounir.
This could be the longest 1v2 we've ever seen if Mounir goes down. I have a feeling Blue will go down first, though. Simple finally loses that first stock.
That was a really good first stock, though.
Sidelight Nair recovery. Blue's just got to run for his life for the rest of the set, basically, or the rest of the game.
Oh.
And he, well, runs off the top left side of the stage.
Oh, the onus is on Kresuu. A 1v2 versus an Olgrim and a Kaya. This is a nightmare scenario for any 2v2 player. Nairs on nairs on nairs. Simple leading the charge right now.
I like the patience from Mounir. This is the right call, right? It's a little slow, but tactically, when you have a teammate with 2 healthy stocks and you're in red last stock, you just wait for your teammate to win neutral once so that you can get that team combo set up. Like, Mounir should not engage at all. And there, he's only going in for a punish there because of how laggy that move was. And finally, the neutral light comes through. D-Light side air will take Kresuu down. Very well played. The call-outs there between Simple and Mounir was fantastic. And it takes a lot of experience and a lot of patience to know, hey, I literally cannot engage in the situation, otherwise it makes winning this game that much harder for my teammate. No matter how much you can ego it and be like, I would definitely win with 2 stocks to 1. That's not guaranteed. What is guaranteed is when a neutral light hits, you get your team combo that leads into the D-Light side air, and you take game 1.
I want to highlight real quick that Simple actually had less of a damage output overall in game number 1 than Mounir.
I think that will stay the same through the rest of his bracket run. Right?
Yeah, but I would say Simple was really leading the charge for victory in that first game.
Yeah, the strategy that tends to happen with Simple team compositions is that he does not do a lot of damage, but he lives for a very long time.
Yeah,
and we got to see that for the first time in this top 8 in that game 1. Let's see if that stays this way, as Blue went down in quite quick fashion in game number 1. And it was good. Same could have been said about Mounir, but he ended up holding on.
Yeah. Mounir's fighting a lot of 1v1 potential early on here. Kresuu challenging him directly. Great spot set up into a follow-up. The D-Sig, they're not going to connect, though. Great punish from Simple.
That's a huge blunder coming out from Kresuu, too. He wanted to, I think what he did is he wanted to pivot and then slightly charge the down sig to get a knockout in that situation, not respecting that Simple was just dodging out frame perfect, and he ends up turning it around to a knockout. And once again, it's the stock tank here in game number 2. Sidelight comes through, puts up the neutral signature, tries to get a jump read, and Blue gets sent flying. Team combo onto Kresuu, goes up for the recovery, has to jump high, still low on jumps. Mounir tries to go for a landing cover to the down sig. No need. Simple gets the neutral sig, and with no dodge, Blue could be going down that recovery. Nope, just drifts right out of the way, but still such a dominant game 2 from the Blue team here. As Blue goes down finally and Simple returns right afterwards. That's going to be the stock.
Wow.
Evened up, just like that.
What a complete cleanup of all those stocks, really trimming the fat there. It's odd. The double Kayas, I mean, I guess it's not odd when you look at Kaya. Both having really clean second stocks. It's everybody else who's down to 1. Just the raw evenness of how this game has gone underway from what is essentially just a chaos fest on the right side of the stage the entire time
from Simple
has been wild.
Yeah, red team's really taking the lead here as they've gotten control over the main stage. Sidelight Nair into recovery from Blue, great alley-oop. Simple goes down on the bottom right of the stage. Kresuu dominating. Mounir low on jumps. Has to dodge back to the side of the stage. Not the greatest edge guard I've ever seen Blue go for. Mounir manages to make it back. Let's see if he can make up for that. Team combo off of the down stick, kind of an odd series of interactions there, but that recovery will take him down, and that's going to be a 3-stock-to-1 lead here in Game 2 for the red team.
Man, that was Simple. Has to find maximum impact here. We talked about how he hasn't quite found the biggest damage output in, well, at least in our run that we've seen him have so far in this block. It's up to him right now to help kind of accompany that damage, but no, not really much started up there. 1-1 though for the series. Kresuu and Blue, they really found a lot of potential on a larger stage. They were given a little bit more breathing room to set themselves up, and they had a lot more punish potential off that.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. I'm realizing what's happening here.
Okay, lay it on us.
And that is Mounir is the highest damaging person on the blue team, right? But he's also just being focus fire down so fast that he's not having any time to play. And Simple's not really being able to support him fast enough to be able to do it. And I think this is what the strategy was in Game 1, and Blue kind of dropped the ball. We go into Game number 2, he doesn't drop the ball this time, holds on the stocks a lot longer. Blue and Kresuu have much better punish game off of their neutral wins. And now we got a situation where I'm giving momentum in favor for the red team, despite the strong start for Mounir and Simple in Game 1.
I mean, Simple already, before any stocks have even gone heavily down, has been able to find a lot more immediate punish impact here. So I think a lot of comms are coming through from Blue Team being like, hey, look, I need more support going into this next game or we're going to lose this set. And Simple's really right there in the face of all red team. 1v1 bottom of the stage though. Kresuu nearly converted against Mounir, but it wasn't enough.
Oh, Downsig catches him on the dodge in. Simple dodges to the stage and Downsig catches him on the dodge in again.
Wow, did you see that spear? Thrown across the whole stage.
I did not, and I was wondering why Kaya got credit, and you saw it.
Yeah,
I was like, that down stick didn't look like it was supposed to knock out, and then he just touched the blast zone. What happened? Well, Spear failed him, apparently.
A literal Hail Mary came out from Blue. Okay, Mounir's finding a lot more impact here.
Sidelight Nair into recovery, gets the recovery at the top of the perfect angle coming up from Mounir. Another team combo, Sidelight Nair into recovery, another recovery that's just back-to-back, the same flowchart, the same combo coming up from the blue team there. Doesn't get the knockout that time because the angle wasn't quite perfect, but hey, that damage is going to give blue team the lead in what was really a struggling Game 3.
Yeah, and again, I want to give a lot of credit to Simple here, just immediately in the face of everybody else now, where he was fairly disengaged for the first 2 games. Good side air removes Kresuu away. There for the follow-up to how about Mounir. Recovery is out. The 2v1 combos taking advantage of the respawn time.
Oh, Mounir was a little too low for the neutral signature. Kresuu comes back in, gets the D-like ground pound, but the shutdown comes down onto Blue, and now it's 3-stocks-to-1. And this is a very huge mountain to climb coming out from Kresuu here in this 2v1. Oh,
this
ground pound hits, that it?
So much more dominant for blue team now.
Whoa! Side air gravity cancel and Sig. That was actually sick.
Okay. Yeah, just the reposition value off of Kaya Sig is incredible.
Simple and Mounir cover the same area with the same neutral Sig, and it's just fine. We're really starting to see Simple come online here. This is the first time that he's out-damaged Mounir in this top 8, actually.
Easily the best game I think we've seen from him.
We saw 2 of those combos back to back. We're not gonna. Yeah. They were literally starting it up on Kresuu there. We just didn't catch it. But like if the replay just continued, we would have just seen the same combo twice in a row. And that's saying a lot. It's really difficult to execute those things, and to be able to get them in the midst of a highly competitive 2v2 is like really impressive, and now they're at match point.
Yeah, I mean that's like the secondary part of the strategy that Mounir and Simple are bringing out, is that they're waiting for that respawn timer to take advantage of the 2v1 situation. While in that respawn for the other teammate on red team, they're making sure that they can guarantee a 2v1 combo to just rack up that damage, go for another stock takedown, then wait for the other person who just responded to go for a 2v1 on them to do the same exact thing. It is an actual well-geared machine, well-oiled machine.
Ooh.
And that was all orange across the board into this next game.
Yeah, damage all over the place. Recovery hits stacked. Mounir putting up the down signatures to cover the landings. But that platform ends up getting punished there by the recovery from Blue. Goes for the ground pound, weapon throw, forces the dodge from Simple. King of Blue get the edge guard here, doesn't even go for it. Goes for the D-Light Nair into Mounir instead to do a follow-up off of Kresuu's opening. No, chase dodge from Simple actually dodges Kresuu's Sair there, and red team at a very small lead.
Oh, jeez. Simple has to find impact. That side air completely takes him out of the battle. Another side air removes that first
no
stock.
dodge?
Blue and Kresuu are playing so much further distance apart now. They're trying to find those 1v1s against Mounir and Simple, recognizing the fact that these 2v1s are really coming online.
Oh, friendly fire Cider will take Blue down, and he decides not even to waste his time recovering there. Gets back to stage, looks for a new weapon. Kresuu goes for that side air, neutral connects. He goes down, Blue just jumping all the way to the sky, avoiding nair after nair. Does take a little bit of damage, but not too much, and now they're waiting for the weapon spawns to come through. Finally picks up the bow.
Good starter there from Mounir, the down there. That's not enough to really convert it into much else. That damage is being applied. Offstage, Simple tries to bait out that sink directly in the Blue, but this is just offstage shenanigans. Kresuu with the recovery, trying to ledge guard out Simple now. Simple's trying to have that safety with Mounir, but no! Mounir sacrificed because of the side air! Another potential way far out weapon throw off the spear. Not enough to convert against Simple this time around. Oh no, but Simple's got to keep this stock. Not only didn't finish it, everybody else on red team needs to keep these second stocks up if they want to bring this to an even game and bring it to game 5.
Yeah, Cider comes through there. Simple and Mounir. They were doing so well on Fortress of Lions in game 3. Downsig comes through, okay. That's actually huge. Another Downsig. Doesn't get the... Oh, I thought you got the double knockout, but Kresuu dive kicks his way back to safety. We have to get one more of those to be able to get the knockout there. And now, if they can focus on a 1v2 combo, we know we've got them. They hit him twice in a row in game number 3. They could do it again. Nice save with the Nair. That recovery would have almost certainly knocked out Kresuu. And now Blue's just got to not get caught in between both of his opponents.
No way, man. Blue was shut down by the lance throw.
Yeah.
Saved by the bell there.
Dare ground pound. No dodge, gets the spike, but is saved by his teammate. Another spike comes through. Kresuu can't make it back. Blue goes for the chase dodge save, and he makes it work. I can't believe it. He's going to get the reversal here, too. Pogo does touch the side of the wall. Simple gives up a wake up down air. I thought that was going to be the win for Simple, but Blue with such an amazing recovery there on the Kresuu, saving the game.
That's where the nerves should kick in for a lot of players. Simple had the vision of the double ground pound, but now everything's being thrown against him. He's trying to hold on. Denied the weapon star from red team. Gets the bow back. Right across the board. Any signature should bring this to a 1v1 or even better for Simple. But the same could be said against him. The ledge guard is out. The pogo doesn't hit. Exclamation marks are out, and literally any hit now will remove Simple and bring things to game 5. He's got to keep it on board. The nair into the air. It's up to now the down air just to take these 1v1s. But no! The side sig met with a sider, and Kresuu brings it to game 5.
Yeah, that was Kresuu ends up bringing it to game 5 with the Sair, but really Blue secured that game 5 with what happened off stage there, because there was a moment where Kresuu was sweating. It was 2 jump heights away from being able to touch the wall. And not only did Blue give him the chase dodge to make it back, but then he also gave him the nudge. Oh, we didn't get to see it. That was like, yeah, well. Whatever the case is, that was the pivotal moment of the match. I think Simple had made the play that he needed to do to win the game to get to 3-1, and then Blue with his doubles experience brought Kresuu back, and then off of the back of that, navigate a flawless 1v2 to get the victory there. And now we're at match point game 5.
Game
back
5.
to APOC.
3, 2.
Ooh. Game 5. It feels like we've seen... not necessarily like an evolution, but we've seen a lot of small, nuanced changes for both these teams. We've gone from heavy team combo play for both teams back over to 1v1 City, back over to kind of a hybrid of both for Game 4.
Yeah, and it's coming from adaptations between these two teams on how these setups are happening. Like, I'm noticing a very cognizant change in how Kresuu and Blue are playing in the 1v2 moments where they're waiting for their teammate to come back so that they can avoid getting hit by the team combos that gave them that loss in game 3. But as a result of that, we're having a little bit more of a slower paced situation when it comes to how these punishes are playing out. Oh, Simple didn't touch the wall. He didn't hold right. And then Mounir goes down for the save.
Oh no, that's not good.
It's at least he had gotten some damage in, but you are correct with your analysis there, Keg. That is not a great start to game 5.
Oh no. Mounir has to keep this stock going as long as humanly possible. Do you remember, what was it, game 2? Where Simple was able to keep that first stock like almost the entire game? We have to see that now for Mounir, a complete turnaround.
Oh, okay, Kresuu goes down. Mounir gets the side air, sends Blue flying to the left side of the stage, just denying weapon spawns for as long as possible. Sidelight Nair, some friendly fire from Simple, some friendly fire from Mounir. What's happening here? Simple's got to make it back here. One Nair will save him. Red team wasn't ready to follow up on that, and one sider comes through. Can he get this knockout onto Simple as well? Blue still holding on to 3 stocks here. Such an incredible job stock tanking.
And Simple didn't want to take the risk, allowed Mounir to go for the setup instead. All things considered, what was not a great start at all for Simple has turned around at least marginally.
Yeah, he's got to hold on a little bit longer for that to truly be turned around. But here's the problem, right? Blue and Kresuu capitalizing on the fact that they can just nudge Simple away. He's so damaged that it's going to take him 5 seconds to make it back to stage, and then they're focusing all of their efforts on the team comboing Mounir. Really, really rough game state for the blue team here if they want to continue holding on to these stocks. And there goes Simple, down to his last stock.
At least it's not nearly as disastrous as it was in the beginning here. It's up to Kresuu now to see whether or not they can hold on. Kept into the air. Unarmed recovery from Simple, picks up that spear, isolating out Kresuu, looking to find the follow-up from Mounir, but no! The down air doesn't connect. It's met in reverse with the axe down air from Kresuu.
Oh,
they survive, but not by much. Down air city.
Yeah, Downer comes through,
Mounir.
and now Simple's got to run away from the team combo coming out from Kresuu and Blue, and he succeeds. Goes to the top plat, holds onto a weapon. Weapon spawn comes in. Mounir's able to pick up the axe, lets the down sig off the rip right away, and that D-Light into Nair does connect. Kresuu goes high. Will he go down? Oh no, Mounir stops Simple from getting his downlight recovery. And just like that, Kresuu could play a little bit longer with the stock. There we go. Even across the board, it's anyone's game, Keg.
Oh, great preservation coming out from blue team. More needed than ever for quarterfinals. Game 5. Recovery's out. Oh, Mounir was looking to remove Kresuu completely from the set. It wasn't enough just
Side
yet.
air will put Simple into red. Side air will put Mounir off the left side of the stage. No alley-oop there coming up from Kresuu, interrupted by Mounir, but the D-Light side air will put him off. And now they're both focusing on their energy. Okay, that ground pound's huge. Simple's trying to get his own recovery, or his own ground pound, down to connects, and that's going to be the win for Blue and Kresuu. And what I thought was going to be a much more extended 2v2 ending there to that game 5 just ended up being domination coming out from Blue. Off the ground pound on the left side of the stage, into the knockout on the right. Well played, and Blue and Kresuu are going to be moving in the top 4.
It was a journey, and remember, going into this set, the viewer vote was 71% in the favor of Kresuu and Blue.